A single submarine costs more than $2 billion to build. It takes thousands of workers, millions of parts, and years of non-stop labor. And right now, inside secret factories spread across America, something massive is happening. The U.S. Navy is spending $900 million to completely change how these machines are made. Robots are doing the welding. AI is running the floors. And factories the size of small towns are being built just for this one purpose: to build the most powerful submarines on the planet, faster than ever before. But here's the part that most people never hear about. The real story is not just about the submarines themselves. It is about what is happening inside those factories: the technology, the scale, the secrecy, and the race against time. Stay with this, because what comes next will genuinely surprise you. These submarines protect every American, every single day, without most people even knowing it. If you believe the men and women building and operating these machines deserve more respect and recognition, type submarine in the comments right now. Why submarines matter more than ever. Most people think about fighter jets or aircraft carriers when they think about American military power. But the truth is, submarines are the silent backbone of it all. They sit deep beneath the surface, invisible to radar, invisible to satellites, and invisible to enemy ships. They carry weapons that can travel thousands of miles. They gather intelligence that no other platform can get. And they serve as the ultimate warning to any nation that thinks about threatening the United States. The U.S. Navy currently operates the Virginia-class attack submarine and the Columbia-class ballistic missile submarine. These are not your grandfather's submarines. These machines are loaded with technology that would seem like science fiction to most people. The Virginia-class is a fast attack boat. It hunts enemy submarines, collects intelligence, and can strike targets on land with cruise missiles. It runs quiet, so quiet in fact, that enemy sonar systems struggle to pick it up at all. The Columbia class is in a different category entirely. It is one of the largest submarines ever built by the United States, 2.5 times bigger than the Virginia class. And it carries 70% of America's entire nuclear arsenal. That is not a small number. That is the bulk of the country's most powerful deterrent, tucked beneath the ocean, ready if it is ever needed. These submarines do not just project strength. They are the reason most conflicts never start in the first place. The factories, where it all begins. Now here is where this story gets truly fascinating. Building a submarine is nothing like building a car or even an airplane. You cannot just set up a production line and start pressing parts together. Every single component has to meet exact military standards. Every weld has to be perfect. Every pipe, every valve, every electronic system has to be tested and retested before it ever touches the water. For decades, the United States has relied on two main shipyards to build its nuclear submarines. The first is General Dynamics Electric Boat, with facilities in Groton, Connecticut and Quonset Point, Rhode Island. The second is Huntington Ingalls Industries, operating out of Newport News, Virginia. These are not ordinary factories. They are massive, sprawling complexes where some of the most skilled tradespeople in the country show up every single day. Welders, engineers, pipe fitters, electricians, machinists, all working together on machines that cost billions of dollars each. And the process starts with steel. Raw steel plates, 2 to 3 inches thick, are brought into the factory floor. Workers cut them to exact measurements using acetylene torches. Then they are placed on massive rollers and pressed under enormous pressure until they curve into the shape of a submarine hull section. That curve has to be absolutely precise, a fraction of an inch off, and the entire section may have to be redone. Those curved steel sections are then welded together into large cylinders, the pressure hull. This is the core of the submarine, the part that keeps the crew safe and the ocean out. The welding alone takes incredible skill and years of training to master. The vertical trick and modular building. Electric Boat pioneered a method that changed everything about submarine construction. Instead of laying hull sections on their side and trying to fit equipment in from the top, workers stand the sections up vertically, like giant steel cylinders pointing straight up toward the ceiling. Why? Because when a section stands vertical, workers can climb inside and fit all the equipment, pipes, tanks, cables, control systems, using overhead cranes to lower heavy parts right into place. It is faster, safer, and far more efficient than trying to do that same work with a section lying on its side. Once a section is fully outfitted and painted, it becomes what engineers call a module. And those modules eventually get joined together into what are called supermodules, massive pre-built sections of a submarine, each one already packed with systems and equipment. Here is the really impressive part. Those supermodules are not all built in the same place. Electric Boat's Quonset Point facility builds multiple sections, then loads them onto a giant 400-foot ocean transport barge called the Holland, and ships them up the coast to Groton for final assembly. For the Virginia class, Newport News Shipbuilding handles the bow and stern sections, while Electric Boat handles the middle. Two separate facilities, building one submarine at the same time. That is what the Navy calls distributed shipbuilding, and it is the key to building more submarines in less time. The Columbia class takes this even further. It is the very first ballistic missile submarine ever designed specifically for modular construction from the ground up. Electric Boat handles about 78% of its construction, with the Quonset Point facility building 4 out of its 6 supermodules. The production crisis and the race against China. Here is a number that should get your attention. The U.S. Navy wants to build 2 Virginia-class submarines and 1 Columbia-class submarine every single year. That is the goal. 3 submarines per year. The current reality? About 1.2 submarines per year. That is not even close. The Government Accountability Office confirmed in late 2024 that Virginia-class production is stuck at that number. And as the Columbia-class program ramps up, the pressure on the same shipyards and the same workforce gets even heavier. Meanwhile, China is not waiting around. According to the International Institute for Strategic Studies, China launched more nuclear submarines between 2021 and 2025 than the United States did, and with greater combined tonnage. China's fleet already stands at over 60 submarines, and they are aiming for 80 by 2035. Beijing has been pouring resources into its Bohai shipyard, building at a pace that has alarmed defense planners across Washington. This is not just a numbers game, it is a strategic competition. Whoever controls the undersea domain in the coming decades will hold a massive advantage in any conflict, and right now, that competition is neck and neck. The U.S. Navy has been pouring money into the problem. Since 2018, the Navy has invested roughly $9.8 billion into the submarine industrial base, upgrading facilities, expanding workforces, and trying to fix a supply chain that has been stretched thin for years. But then, in March of 2026, something happened that nobody in the defense world saw coming. And it may change submarine manufacturing forever. The $900 million gamble. On March 20, 2026, Navy Secretary John Phelan stood at a ribbon-cutting ceremony in Cherokee, Alabama, and said something that turned heads across the defense industry. This is not just another factory. This is a different model. What he was talking about was Factory 4, built by a company called Hadrian, a 4-year-old advanced manufacturing company that just landed a $900 million U.S. Navy contract to do what traditional shipyards have not been able to do fast enough. The factory sits on 46 acres. It will employ up to 1,000 workers, and it is designed to produce components for both Virginia-class and Columbia-class submarines, not the submarines themselves, but the critical parts and assemblies that take pressure off the shipyards so the shipyards can focus purely on putting the boats together. What makes this factory different is not just its size, it is the technology inside it. The entire operation runs on a software platform called Opus, an AI-powered factory operating system. Opus controls welding robots, machining stations, fabrication lines, assembly areas, inspections, and testing, all under one integrated digital system. Raw material goes in one end. Test-ready hardware comes out the other. The goal is to automate 80% of the work. And the training time for a new worker on this system? 30 days. Not years. 30 days. The Navy Secretary put it plainly, a single system doing what used to require dozens of suppliers. Their platform allows these facilities to run continuously. This is not just a factory. It is a new model for how America makes its most critical military hardware. And Hadrian is not stopping at one facility. The total plan is 3 factories, backed by $2.4 billion in combined public and private funding, $900 million from the Navy, and $1.5 billion in private capital. The workers behind the machines, all of this technology is incredible. But here's the truth. None of it works without the people. Building a submarine requires some of the most skilled tradespeople in the country. Welders who can lay down a perfect seam in high-strength steel. Electricians who can wire systems so complex they fill entire rooms. Pipe fitters who can connect hundreds of valves and lines in a space so tight that only one person can work at a time. These are men and women who take extraordinary pride in what they build. They know that the machine leaving their hands will carry real sailors into some of the most dangerous waters in the world. That responsibility is not lost on them. Electric Boat has been hiring thousands of new workers in recent years. Newport News Shipbuilding has done the same. Wages have gone up. Training programs have expanded. Across the country, from Connecticut to Virginia to Alabama, a new generation of skilled workers is learning a trade that is critical to national security. The Navy's vision for the Hadrian factories is to make that workforce even more powerful, not by replacing people, but by putting them in command of robots and automated systems that multiply what each person can do. One trained worker running multiple robotic systems. That is the future these factories are being built for. What is coming next? The first Columbia-class submarine, the USS District of Columbia, is about 60% complete as of late 2025. All of its major modules are scheduled to arrive in Groton for final assembly. Delivery to the Navy is set for 2028. Austal USA broke ground on a brand new submarine module facility in Mobile, Alabama, scheduled to be fully operational in late 2026. It will add 369,600 square feet of dedicated submarine manufacturing space. And across the country, in Indiana, Utah, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Virginia, and now Alabama, the submarine industrial base is expanding in ways not seen since the Cold War. America's submarine force has always been the quiet guardian, unseen, unheard, and unmatched. And now, with new factories, new technology, and a new sense of urgency, the nation is doubling down on that advantage. The men and women building these machines, and the sailors who will one day take them to sea, are carrying forward a tradition that has protected this country for generations. Conclusion: the factories are running. The robots are welding. The modules are being assembled, and somewhere beneath the surface of the ocean right now, an American submarine is on patrol, silent, deadly, and ready. If this gave you a new appreciation for the people and the machines defending this country, hit that like button and make sure you are subscribed. There is a lot more coming that you will not want to miss.